What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. So there has been a bit of downtime in the Battlefront community. There hasn't been much going on this month, and unfortunately most of us are in quarantine with the coronavirus. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some mods that will completely change your Battlefront 2 experience, just to help you guys keep entertained until we get the next Battlefront update later this month. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 8 new mods that were just added to Star Wars Battlefront 2, and these are complete game changers. The modders the past couple weeks have gone absolutely insane, so these are some of the favorite ones that I have downloaded. So coming in at number 8, we have Spider-Man by AV. Now this mod replaces Anakin Skywalker, and it's pretty straightforward. I mean, this is Spider-Man. Oddly enough, he kind of fits in with the animations of Anakin. It uses the Spider-Man outfit that Tom Holland uses, so it is from the latest Spider-Man movies, and oddly enough, it fits in. Seeing Spider-Man jump around using force powers, I think it's really cool. It's a fun way to goof off, and for all those Spider-Man fans out there, this mod's a must-have. And I mean, who doesn't want to kill bad guys with a lightsaber as Spider-Man? And then up next, we have another superhero by AV as well, and this one is Batman. Now this mod replaces Darth Vader. It's actually pretty fitting. All the animations from Darth Vader are slow and clunky, and that kind of fits Batman pretty well. Now the mod isn't perfect, like Batman's mouth doesn't move and his facial features don't move in any way, shape, or form, but that's expected. I mean, this is just a mod, but I think it's really neat. I was having a lot of fun killing clones on Camino as Batman. And more superhero mods keep getting added to the game every single week, so if you guys are a fan of Batman, I highly recommend this mod. And then coming in at number 6, we have Old Luke by God's Mask. Now there have been quite a few Old Luke mods that have been added to the game, and this one is one of my favorites. This mod comes with 2 different options of cloaks. You can either choose from a light-sided robe or a dark-sided robe. Now I personally like the dark-sided robe a little bit better. This mod just gives him a cape and gives him some facial hair, so he looks a little bit like he did in episode 8. In my mind, I like to run around as Luke with this skin and pretend this is sort of in between episode 6 and episode 7, sort of in that 30-year time gap. And this lets me pretend to play as Luke as I imagined him as a kid after episode 6. So I think this is a really good Luke mod, and this one is definitely up there when it comes to Luke mods for me personally, and if you guys are a fan of Luke, this mod is a must-have. And then up next, returning from Star Wars Battlefront 2015, we have Dengar by Nanobuds. Nanobuds normally makes at least one appearance in almost every single mod video that I've ever made, and he's back again with Dengar this time. So this mod replaces Iden Versio. He still has all the same abilities and stuff, but this mod goes a little bit further and changes his voice lines. So anytime you do an emote or a voice line, it replaces Iden's emotes with Dengar's voice from 2015. That, and as you are just running around the battlefront and you're getting kills and you're taking damage, and as you're just playing the game, Dengar will have a number of different dialogue options that he will just say, sort of like all the other heroes in the game. Now Dengar's face isn't perfect. You can tell that it didn't mesh perfectly together. His eyes look a little bugged out. But other than that, everything else looks perfect. The only way I think this mod could get any better is if you tried to replicate his abilities for the first game. Maybe give him Han's abilities to make him seem a little bit more like his 2015 variation. But it's really nice to see Dengar running around on the battlefront once again. And then next up we have IG-11 Assassin Droid, which was created by multiple different people. And instead of butchering all of their names, I'm just going to post them up on screen for you guys. But this mod is pretty great. This replaces the ISB agent and lets you play as the IG unit, which you see in Mandalorian and in episode 5. So this one is supposed to be similar to IG-11, and I think it works well with the ISB agent. Now it is kind of weird seeing the IG unit run around kicking people and stuff, but that doesn't mean that it's not a lot of fun. Dual wielding looks super cool, it feels super cool. Some of the abilities actually make sense, like the radar ping and the damage reduction from the ISB agent actually work pretty well for an IG unit. And ever since Mandalorian, I've really enjoyed the IG units. And I think the IG units would be a great addition to the game if they ever decided to add more heroes. And I think they got this mod pretty down pat. It even has mechanical movement sounds, kind of like the battle droids. You can tell a lot of hard work and dedication went into making this mod, and I think it looks absolutely great. And I highly recommend you guys check out this mod. And then coming in at number 3, we have Darth Plagueis by N7 Tally. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard the stories by now about Darth Plagueis. He was Emperor Palpatine's former master, and this mod is great. This mod replaces Count Dooku. There are 2 different variations of this mod where he can come with or without a mask, and I think it looks pretty freaking cool. I personally have never seen a good image of Darth Plagueis. I've never really looked too much into his lore, and if he looks anything like this mod, I think he would be a really cool character, and I wish that they would bring him to the big screen. Maybe if we get a future prequel movie or something, hopefully they dabble a little bit more into his character, but this mod is tons of fun. I think Dooku's abilities fit him pretty well, and there is a ton of detail that went into this mod. This is easily one of the most unique mods that I have ever seen so far, and this shot straight up to the top of one of my favorite mods of all time. So if you haven't yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, go out and download Darth Plagueis. And then coming in at number 2, we have the Huttslayer or Slave Leia by Nanobuds. So this has been a requested skin ever since the game's launch for Battlefront 2, and this is the famous skin where Leia was wearing her slave outfit when she was imprisoned by Jabba the Hutt. And this skin is finally here after 2.5 years. Nanobuds has finally brought it to the game, and it looks great. It looks exactly the way that I would have imagined. I am very impressed with the details that went into this. It shows off a lot of skin, and don't worry, there is no nudity involved in this mod. I have already checked for you, so don't worry, you will not be doing any combat roles and seeing any nudity. Now, unfortunately, DICE and EA will never add this skin to the game, so the only way that you can play with the Huttslayer outfit for Leia is by downloading this mod, so this is an absolute must-have if you are a Leia fan, and I had an absolute blast playing with this skin on Jabba's Palace, and I'm sure that all you guys will too. And then coming in at my number 1 spot out of all these mods is the Chewbacca and C3PO by Satan and Game TSF. So this is a skin that I have mentioned numerous times over the past 2 years. Anytime I have done a most wanted skins video, I always bring up this skin. This would be a legendary skin for Chewbacca. This mod shows it off pretty greatly. All you have to do is put 3PO on Chewbacca's back, like he wore in episode 5 on Bespin, and then maybe give 3PO some voice lines. Maybe when Chewbacca does a ground slam, 3PO might freak out. Or anytime Chewbacca takes damage, 3PO might scream or have some sort of sarcastic remark. This would be my absolute favorite skin if they added this to Battlefront 2. I would easily spend 80,000 credits for this. I would even double that because I have so many credits that I can't spend them on. I would spend 500,000 credits on this. I think this is a huge missed opportunity on DICE's part, and this would easily be considered a legendary skin. And I don't think it's that unreasonable, plus it would fit in pretty well with one of the next couple updates since the original trilogy is coming to Supremacy mode. But that is going to do it for all the mods that I wanted to show you guys in this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Let me know what your guys' favorite mod from this list is. And then if you guys haven't yet, be sure to follow me on Twitch at SwannyPlaysGames and be sure to join the Discord. And then you guys can follow me on all social media. And then if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for all notifications. And that's going to do it for me, guys. And I will talk to you all in the next video.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist